No one is illegal on stolen land.
Billie Eilish stood under Grammy lights and said something so controversial that the entire crowd went silent. Now, she's hiding on film sets, while crowds boo loud enough to shut down production for hours. Here's everything that went wrong.
The Grammy goes to Wildflower by Billie Eilish.
It all started at the 2026 Grammys, where Billie Eilish walked up to accept her awards, rocking her signature oversized look, and overall was cool, calm, and collected. People accept the usual thank yous, maybe a shout out to her brother Phineas, but instead, she grabs the mic and drops the line that criticized immigration enforcement, calling it stolen land.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
The room reacted fast. Some people were cheering loudly while others were sitting stiff with their faces frozen. You could almost feel the tension on screen. Immediately online, the backlash ignited instantly. Clips were spreading everywhere, faster than her latest single, and within hours, the phrase was trending, memes were flying, and opinion pieces were being drafted everywhere. Just a few days later, the Tongva community, which is the indigenous people of the Los Angeles region, released a statement. They appreciated Billie Eilish's move, but also called for meaningful steps, including a serious conversation about land recognition. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Billie's $14 million Los Angeles mansion sits on land with historical ties to the Tongva people. That's where the narrative shift from bold Grammy speech to personal accountability begins, and the pressure is now jumping on various levels. Social media exploded with memes about giving back the mansion, and critics like Bill Maher even questioned her grasp on history on television. Suddenly, what started as a statement about immigration became a debate about hypocrisy, privilege, and whether celebrities actually understand the issues they are speaking on.
Like, we just need to keep fighting and speaking up and protesting, and our voices really do matter, and the people matter, and fuck ICE is all I want to say. Sorry.
After this, there came February 10th, 2026, at the Greek Theater, where tensions spilled into real life, and the noise got impossible to ignore. Billie and her brother were filming something, and reports suggest that it could be a music video or even a possible major perfume campaign. The whole crew locked in, cameras were rolling, and everything was tight and professional. Then paparazzi gave off the location, and there the crowd started forming outside while the booing kicked off. It was loud enough to shake the set, and people were chanting about the Tongva tribe after Billie's hypocrisy. They were shooting about ICE, making it impossible to continue filming. Security rushed in, and the director shouted for silence again and again, but the noise kept pushing through. It came to a point where they had to shut down filming. It could have been a smooth shoot, which turned into a 3-5-hour delay, and security scrambled everywhere to control the scene and clear the space. Then her team rushed in with extra guards, but the damage was already done. The shoot wraps way behind schedule, and soon whispers spread that she had stepped back from public appearances to avoid another blow-up like that. This wasn't a random drama either. It all traces back to the Grammy moment and her public criticism of ICE, which clearly struck a nerve with a lot of people. What used to feel like safe promotional stops are now turning into loud protest zones, and every move that Billie makes is turning into a disaster. However, that's where something even darker happens. Brother making it worse? After this, Phineas jumped online and pushed back, essentially blaming the backlash on bitter critics and angry old white men. This made the situation louder and more heated than they ever expected. This is because the backlash isn't coming from one demographic. It was crossing ages, genders, and backgrounds. Fans responded fast on social media, pointing out that everyone, including young fans, longtime supporters, and women, are angry at the whole controversy. Reducing the whole criticism down to one narrow group is not only manipulative, but it's just not the truth. Billie's team looked out of touch with how wide the reality really was. After that, Phineas also started mixing in anti-Trump posts on Instagram during an already heated moment. From there, it shifted the focus from one Grammy speech to a bigger political battle. Every single post added more hate. And this wasn't even fading into one background quietly. It was escalating into a full-blown war. And Billie was caught in the crossfire, even if she was the one who instigated everything. Here's where things get even messier. Industry chatter also gave us the idea that Disney removed Billie from their planned voice work for Twice 25 after everything that happened. DreamWorks also quietly paused early talks that were connected to Shrek 5. These are both huge franchises, and these opportunities only come once in a lifetime, even if Billie was the biggest star we've ever seen in a while. There is also a claim that she has lost millions in brand claims with companies like fragrance labels, hesitating, while the controversy is only rising with time. When sponsors start pulling back, that's when you know that you are quietly being pushed away from the industry and abandoned. Even her social media is now getting into financial consequences because she probably won't have the amount of revenue that she was making.
It really irks me seeing all these celebrities acting like they know all of this, but I'm just in my opinion, just looks stupid.
Tensions inside her own camp are also happening, where her manager and agent are said to be urging a clear apology, but Billie reportedly resists. Meetings are slowly getting tense, and words like difficult start are floating around, drawing comparison to other young stars who faced career setbacks after clashing with the studios over political issues. We've already seen Rachel Zegler's case, who got a lot of backlash after talking about the Israel-Palestine war. Her team is worried because the public criticism could turn into long-term industry hesitation if this doesn't slow down. It's not just about one bad week of press. It's about Billie choosing her future in the industry that seems to be slowly pulling away from her. And before we talk about the hypocrisy debate, please subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with the latest celebrity news. At this point, people started pointing out the obvious that Billie's Los Angeles home sits on top of a land that is historically connected to the very community that she is trying to protect. The same name protesters were chanting at the Greek theater. Critics even say that her message is quite inconsistent, and even the supporters argued that she was speaking for immigrants and meant to highlight compassion, but she was getting the bitter reality of our world. Others claimed that it was surface-level activism from someone far removed from those civilizations, living in a 14,000 mansion while lecturing about stolen land. The intention may have been sincere, but saying it on live TV and in front of millions of people without any deeper context or follow-through was risky in a world where every sentence gets dissected in seconds. When your own living situation contradicts your message, that's where hell breaks loose. A viral thread from a native activist also lays out that the Tongva community's history wasn't a joke. That thread has everything in detail, urging Billie to take tangible steps like donating or speaking directly to the tribe. The post exploded with this share, and suddenly, the conversation isn't about immigration. It's about whether Billie is even sincere and willing to put actions behind her words or not. Moving forward to the current situation, fans are now split down the center. One side pushes hashtags like #StandWithBillie, sharing personal immigration stories and praising her for using the spotlight to build something that the world needed. The other side is walking away entirely, with TikTok videos of people removing her songs from playlists, tossing merch aside, and hitting that unfollow button. Comments like "fake woke" living large on Tongva land rack up fast on X debate threads, filled with hundreds of replies. YouTube reaction videos are stacking one by one. Some creators are even saying that she's young and deserves grace, while others argue that celebrities should just stick to music and stay the hell out of things that they fully don't understand. Her follower counts are also dipping slightly, but their attention has skyrocketed. This drama is pulling massive engagement, proving once again that controversy travels faster than the speed of music. There are many fan accounts that are running a poll, and according to them, 60% believe that she'll recover stronger from this, while 40% think that her career has suffered serious damage. This is not a small split, that's a whole fan base, generally divided over whether they can still support her or not. But things have also gotten far away from just online noise. People are now spotting Billie around Los Angeles and shouting the same chants in public, forcing her to duck into private areas until the crowd clears out. This intensity for anyone would make them shy away from whatever they're doing. especially someone Billie's age, dealing with that level of hostility in person. Reports even claim that she has been recognized at restaurants, coffee shops, and other public spaces, with people either loudly supporting her or criticizing her. There's no middle ground anymore. Every public appearance becomes a public controversy. This level of public backlash could take a serious toll on her mental health. Surprisingly, Billie has already talked about her mental health struggles, especially in her documentary, The Hiding. The canceled appearance and the internal tension could be weighing heavily on her personality just beyond her career, which is sad. This begs the final question: what will she do now? If we zoom out, the whole saga shows that celebrity culture is a double-edged sword. It can turn against you at any time. Stars use their platform to speak on big issues, hoping to push change. But when their words collide with real-life complexity and their personal circumstances contradict their message, that cost can be serious, which is what happened to her. If we look at history, it shows us that a well-timed apology or clarification can steady a shaking career, while long silences can destroy it. Right now, Billie is choosing not to walk back, and that decision might explain the pause deal and the growing distance from her audience. The Tongva community's response is also the main layer of this controversy. Here, even though they have expressed appreciation for awareness, they still think that Billie is contradicting what the very statement that she made, because she lives in a Los Angeles apartment that was quite sacred to the community itself. Billie has never been quiet about what she believes. Back in 2020, she even talked about climate action and body positivity, building an image of her around honesty and boldness. This authenticity has helped her win major awards and grow her fan base. Now, the issue she talked about was so complex that it has started to end her career. An apology that directly addresses the Tongva history and clarifies her broader stance could reset this one. She is young, and growth has always been a part of her image, but refusing to talk about the issue at all might ruin her career even more. Looking ahead, we can even see Billie Eilish doing smaller and more controlled projects, maybe even stepping back for a while before dropping her music that would reflect on all of this. If internal tensions grow, we might not see much from her for years. Do you think Billie Eilish will recover from this one? Let us know in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel for more.